Yo, what's up guys, Surgical Goblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video, as you guys see, I'm in a clan called Jack vs SG. So yeah, as you guys saw in the title already, pro vs pro guys, best of 5 games. So in today's video, as you guys just said, or as I just said, and also as you can see in the title, versus Jack, actually a long time requested pro to come onto the channel. I've actually been asking him for maybe months already. Like most of the times he was actually busy like with school, or like he wasn't really practicing or something. I tried it again today, like this morning. I messaged him saying like, would you like to do a best of 5 for my channel? And he said right away yes. Like he right away wanted to do it like right now. So actually recording just like 1 or 2 hours after asking. So as you guys see, like on his profile, he's actually 157 in the world right now. So I think he's mainly a ladder player. Like his main deck is 2.6, as most of you guys probably know. Like he's for sure the best 2.6 player in the entire world. So yeah, in today's video, as I mentioned, we'll be doing a best of 5. I didn't really prepare any decks. So of course, like we do need to watch out with 2.6. Like I shouldn't pick a deck which is bad against 2.6. So I think I'll actually start off with Lava Clone. Because, well, I'm not sure, like I never really tried the matchup against Jack, because of course like Jack probably knows how to win, or how to at least like make it close like in most of the matchups. But anyways guys, let's hop into the first match. So let's give it a thumbs up and let's give him a good luck. So I'm actually super excited for this one, just because, as I said, like I've been asking him for maybe months already. And yeah, so far like we never really did it. So it looks like he actually doesn't have a 2.6 Hog Rider deck. Looks like he actually goes with his Mortar. So I decided to go with a Lumberjack to kite rather than going into the Mortar, because once the Lumberjack is like close to the Mortar will actually end up like locking onto the tower. So I think this was a fine counter. Looks like he does go with his Miner. So let's actually go with Bats and let's go with a Baby Dragon. Looks like he doesn't have a Zap, so we should be able to... Okay, so the Baby Dragon might actually be tanking for the Bats. Yeah, that's actually awesome guys. So it looks like he goes with his Rascals. Rascals, of course, great counter over here. So it looks like he actually goes with his Mortar. I'll actually go with Lava over here, because our hand, as you guys saw, like we had 2 spells, Snowball Clone, Skeleton Army, and the Mortar, and I'm pretty sure he has a lock. So I actually decided to go with Lava over here to tank and then try to get something going. So knowing that his Rascal's out of cycle, I'll actually go with a Lumberjack pretty soon, and then I might actually end up going with, for example... Yeah, let's actually go with a Flying Machine as well, guys, and let's see what he drops. So let's actually have the clone ready. Let's actually try to clone right now. I'm not sure if I missed. No, okay, so I did hit the Flying Machine, but he actually had an awesome Fireball. But as you guys see, look at the cloned Lava Pups and the Lava Pups from the original Lava Out. And as you guys see, we'll be able to take down the right side tower. So that's actually awesome, guys. He spent quite a lot of elixir there, to be honest. He spent his Spear Goblins, Goblin Gang, Bats. Okay, so it looks like he goes with his Miner. So they actually go with a Snowball on defense. I don't really want to lose the tower. I feel like I want to force him to spend, for example, another Mortar and maybe another Miner even. Especially because we took down his right side tower. Right now we can place troops right on top of his Mortar without, for example, having to dropping it here. So in this situation, I definitely still need to keep out the pressure, guys. I'll actually go with Lava Hound, especially because right now it's double elixir. It's better for us. He will probably go with his... No, looks like he actually goes with his... Rascals. So let's actually go with a Baby Dragon and let's actually go with a Lumberjack. So good push on his part. Actually managed to take down our Baby Dragon, so that was definitely well played on his part. We'll actually let the right side tower go, guys. Let's actually go with... I think I should go with Bats over here. Let's actually go with a Flying Machine. Let's actually go with a Clone. I actually did miss the Flying Machine, but I think it's fine. Let's go with a Baby Dragon in the middle. And let's see if we're able to get something going. Baby Dragon should be able to kill those Spear Goblins. So as you guys see, Lava Pups are still there. Flying Machine is still there, guys. Baby Dragon is still there. Let's actually go with a Lumberjack. Let's actually go with Bats. He's already calling out a good game, and I think he's right. We might actually be able to end up 3-counting him. Let's actually go with a Snowball over here. Look at the Flying Machines, guys. Snowball will be able to take care of the Spear Goblins and also help kill the Rascal Boy. And as you guys see, Flying Machine is able to finish off the King Tower. So let's give him a good game. Let's give him a well played. And let's give it a thumbs up. Actually a pretty interesting matchup. I feel like definitely like it's really hard for him to defend, especially like since he doesn't have, for example, Nado, since he doesn't have a poison. Like this Lava Clone deck, he says GG. Let's give him the GG back. So this Lava Clone deck is definitely super strong if your opponent doesn't have, for example, Tornado or Poison, especially if he has both like and the Tornado and the Poison. It's super hard to break through. But in this case, we were actually able to get some pretty nice clones, like on the for example, the first push, like with the double Lava Pups. Like it spawns so much Lava Pups, especially with the synergy of the Rage Lumberjack. Like it just can take a tower like with one push. So 1-0 right now, looking pretty good so far. I'm not sure what deck we should use the second time. He might actually go with 2.6 right now, like if he just lost the match. So I'm not sure what deck is actually like super good against 2.6. I feel like most of the matchup Jack is able to win, but I think I'll actually go with his Prince deck. I would actually like to play like as a Golem player, even if I end up losing, just to see like how Jack, for example, beats this matchup. Like if he does end up going with 2.6. So let's actually request with this deck, guys. This Golem Prince deck, actually super solid deck. It actually has triple spell, but the Barbell, like in most situations, kind of acts as a troop. Like for example, sometimes we would even use it like behind the Golem, like as kind of like a support unit, or just on defense. Like it's great against, for example, bandits. For example, I don't know, against Ram Rider it's not that great, but actually better Ram, Ram Rider can be stopped with a Barbell and, for example, Snowball, like resetting the Ram Rider and like pushing it back. But looks like Jack is ready, looks like he accepted it. So let's give him a thumbs up and let's give him the good luck. So I'm actually really curious to see if he goes with 2.6 right now, or maybe he used another deck. Like in the last match he went with Mortar Miner, so looks like he actually has Furnace, which probably tells me that it's Royal Giant. Bad Prince on my part. Oh no, actually I thought that the Furnace or the Fire Spirit would actually drop onto the tower and the Prince, but looks like the Prince actually managed to kill it. So looks like he goes with his guards, guys. Let's actually go with a Barbell over here. Looks like he also has a Ghost, so I don't think Ghost normally has Royal Giant. Not sure if he has a different version, or maybe he just doesn't have the Royal Giant. But so far he does have the guards, which are in the Royal Giant. And of course, like the Furnace, looks like he also has a Mega Minion. So far it is looking like a Royal Giant deck, but I don't think, well, normally, of course, like it doesn't have Royal Ghost. Maybe Jack does run it with Royal Ghost, but anyways, looks like he also has a Miner, guys. So I'll actually go with a Snowball over here to kill the Fire Spirits. Doesn't really matter if I hit the Mega Minion or not. I mean, I didn't hit it, but as you guys see, like it's so low anyways. So looks like he has guards, Furnace, Magic Archer, and a Mega Minion. So looks like he actually used his guards to make sure like his Magic Archer is staying alive, but I feel like that's actually really bad for him, because as you guys see, like he's already putting the Goblin emote with the fire, because as you guys see, like the Prince is actually charging. So let's actually go with a Golem in the back, guys. He still needs to respond to this Prince, and I feel like he's actually down quite a bit. I feel like he maybe has like 4 or 5 elixir right now. So I think the Golem actually might end up tanking for the Mega Minion, which would be awesome. But even taking some damage with the Golem deck, yeah, looks like the Golem is tanking, so that's actually awesome for us. But what I want to say, like even taking some damage with Golem is of course no problem at all. So let's actually go with a Mega Minion to the Furnace. Let's actually go with a Baby Dragon behind. We might actually need to Lightning. Yeah, I think I'll actually end up Lightning his Magic Archer. Let's go with a Lightning right now, guys. Looks like we might actually also hit the Royal... Yeah, we also hit the Royal Ghost. That was a great Lightning. Actually, a ton of damage with the Golemites and the Lightning. Well, not a ton, but still, like, really solid damage. Looks like he does go with his Miner. I was about to say, like, we might be able to Snowball to the King, but looks like he did place it, yeah, one tail off so that we can Snowball it. Do need to watch out over here, guys, but I'll actually go with a Golem. Looks like he sets up his Furnace. So the first, yeah, wave of Fire Spirits will actually be tanked by the guards. So looks like he actually decides to go into the opposite lane. If he goes with his... Okay, so looks like he doesn't go with his Miner. I might actually end up going with a Snowball over here. Looks like he does go with his Magic Archer, so we do need to watch out with that. I'll actually go with a Baby Dragon and a Barbell just to make sure like we take it down as soon as possible. Looks like he goes with his Miner. Looks like the Baby Dragon is able to take care of the guard, so the Prince should be able to get a lot of value over here, guys. Let's have the Lightning ready in case he goes with his Magic Archer. Looks like he goes with his Lock on defense. Let's actually go with guards, knowing that he just used his Lock. Let's go with a Baby Dragon, and let's see if we're able to come through over here. Looks like he goes with a defensive poison. Let's still go with a Barbell, even though he does have the defensive poison there. Actually great defense on his part. Look at the Barb, guys. Barb is able to get quite a lot of damage. Let's actually go with a Prince over here, and let's see what he drops. He might go, yeah, looks like he does go with his Miner. Let's actually go, I think, with a Snowball to, yeah, get the Ghost off, and let's then go with a Golem over here. He might go with, yeah, I was about to say, he might go with a Magic Archer and guard. So I actually predicted his Magic Archer at the bridge, and I think this is a good game, guys, unless he somehow gets like a Miner off. But I think it shouldn't even, yeah, I will just go for Lightning, to be honest, in this situation. As you guys see, he already calls good game, because he just basically spent, how much elixir there? He spent 9 elixir, like the Magic Archer, guards, and the Lock as well, like trying to protect like the Magic Archer, like logging away the Prince. Basically just cost him the game there. Well, to be honest, it might have actually have won him the game, like if I didn't go with the Golem to the side, because the Magic Archer, of course, like being locked on the Prince, and then if the Prince was distracted by the guards, like the Magic Archer might have actually been able to, GG, he says again. Let's give him a good game. Might have actually been able to bring it into, for example, poison range, or like really low and then minor poison. And of course, he also has the Lock, like with the Lock, he might have been able to win there. So that was actually pretty clutch Golem on my part, like predicting his Magic Archer there. So 2-0 right now, looking really good, guys. And I'm actually surprised that he didn't go with 2.6 yet, because usually on ladder, like with 2.6, he manages to beat like most of the matchups. So actually interesting that he's decides to go with kind of like off meta decks, like this mortar deck, miner deck, like isn't it a meta at all? Actually super off meta deck, like here with a furnace miner control deck with magic arch. He actually played it super well. I feel like I actually had a really good matchup. And he still like managed to take down our tower to like 700 HP, 800 HP, something like this. But anyways, guys, I kind of feel like repeating Golem. As I mentioned, like we might actually end up losing to 2.6, but I just want yet to see him use 2.6. It would actually be a shame if Jack doesn't use 2.6 at all in this best of 5. But anyways, guys, let's request for the third game. So as I mentioned, looking really good so far. First matchup, Lava Clone versus Mortar, ended up 3-conning him. And then the second matchup, kind of like an off-meta miner deck from him. We with this Golem, lightning deck, we did manage to win, like predicting his magic arch at the end. So it looks like he accepted the third match, and looks like again he doesn't have 2.6, guys. Actually super surprised by that. Looks like he started with a tombstone, excuse me, unless he, for example, okay, looks like he also has a golem. So let's actually go with a golem. So looks like he decides to go with a golem versus golem. I do think that he has tornado with the tombstone. Like I know that Jack in general like pretty likes tornado, even though he doesn't use it in his main deck. Like for example, like when we used to practice a few months ago, he actually used tornado quite often. So let's actually go with the guards. Let's go with a prince in the back just to make sure it actually charges. And as you can see, he actually does have the Ice Wizard as well. So he has Ice Wizard, Tornado, and for sure he will activate the King Tower over here. Let's actually, I don't think Snowball is worth it, like on the Tombstone. Look at this, guys. He might, okay, so he will be able to get the King Tower activation. Let's actually go with a Barbell over here. And let's see what he drops. Let's actually go with a Snowball. Let's see if we can get something going with this Prince Barb over here, guys. I'm not sure. No, looks like he actually goes with his Lumberjack. So super solid defense on his part. We're still forced to respond to this just because otherwise like the Lumberjack would get so much hits. It will still get 2 hits, I think. No, 1 hit onto the tower. So still good for him. Like looking really good for him. He managed to bring down our tower to 1916 HP. And we didn't touch his tower at all. Like the only tower we touched is his King Tower. And he actually like activated it. So super good start for him. So let's actually go with a Golem again. I might actually end up have to like switching the lane, but I'm not sure. For now, I will just go into the same lane. So let's actually go with a Prince. So actually the reason why I dropped my Golem like all the way in the corner, looks like he also has E-Dragon. So let's actually go with a Baby Dragon to the side, guys. His Golem will for sure get some damage. So what I want to say, by the way, is the reason why I dropped my Golem like all the way. Let's actually snowball the Ice Wizard away into the other lane. So the reason why I dropped my Golem all the way in the corner, well, in this case, it doesn't really matter because he actually has Tombstone as well. But normally if he doesn't have Tombstone and he just has Tornado, like the Golem in here, like if he drops his Golem like normally behind the King Tower, he will not be able to defend it or not be able to Tornado to the King Tower. But now because of the Tombstone, like the Tombstone pulled the Golem towards the middle, he was actually able to defend it. So he actually spent quite a lot of elixir there. I think that the snowball on the Ice Wizard was actually pretty good. And let's see if we can get a good lightning going. Looks like he actually gives us an awesome lightning, hitting the tower, the Ice Wizard, and the Lumberjack. So we're definitely going for that one, guys. Let's actually go with a Barbell. He does have the E-Dragon, which is actually really annoying. So I don't think I should snowball here. I think I should actually, or maybe I shouldn't even have lightning like the Ice Wizard and the E-Dragon. I think that he will actually go with his Golem. So let's actually go with a Baby Dragon. Looks like he does go with his Golem. So let's actually go with a Prince. And let's set up the lightning in defense, guys. Let's actually go with lightning right now. Trying to hit the Ice Wizard. No, looks like the Ice Wizard wasn't, or unfortunately we weren't able to hit the Ice Wizard. So we are able to defend the Golem pretty well, but unfortunately like the E-Dragon with the help of the poison and the death damage still managed to take down the tower quite low. So let's actually go with a Golem to the side, guys. Hopefully the E-Dragon will actually end up going into the range. I don't think so actually. No, looks like it will actually not, so that's unfortunate. Let's actually go with a Barbell over here, guys. Let's actually go with a Mega Man. Let's actually go with a Baby Dragon. Let's see if we're able to do something. Looks like he actually decides to go with his Golem at the bridge. Interesting Golem for sure. Let's go with guards. Let's go with a Prince. Let's try to take down the Golem as soon as possible. Luckily for us, he does have the poison. Looks like luckily for us also the Golem wasn't able to get death damage. And we actually do manage to get a quite good counter push. Let's have the lightning ready. Looks like he does go with his E-Dragon. So let's actually go with lightning over here. Hitting the E-Dragon, hitting the tower. And let's see if we're able to get something going, guys. Let's actually go with a snowball. Look at the Mega Man. Look at the Baby Dragon. It looks like he actually does go with his Ice Wizard last second. So that was actually well played on his part. And I might actually have to go with a Golem at the bridge. Like aggressive. He does have the Tombstone and he does have his Tornado, of course. Looks like he actually goes with his own Golem. Let's actually see what we can do. Let's actually go with guards. Let's actually go with oh, this might actually be a base race, guys, but he does have the Tornado, of course. So let's see. Looks like he does go with his Tornado. Let's actually go with a snowball on defense against the golem. But let's see if we're able to do something. Let's go with lightning. Look at the baby dragon, guys. Look at the barbarian. They will actually be so close. But wow, as you guys see, he was able to take down our left side tower. So 250 HP remaining onto his left side tower. Maybe I shouldn't have used the snowball like on defense against the golem. Maybe I should have used it on offense. And then maybe I would have been able to take down the tower. But anyways, that was so close, guys. And actually pretty tough matchup in my opinion. Looks like he says again, GG. Let's give him a good game again. So actually a really interesting matchup. Like he had E-Dragon like Golem, and even though we did have the lightning, it still was so tough to come through his defense, like his Ice Wizard, Tornado, Tombstone defense. So definitely really well played on his part. Feel like yeah, definitely pretty tough matchup for us, even though we do have a lot of high damage dealers, like for example the Prince, like against his Golem, and of course the lightning, which is probably like one of the best, if not the best counter to E-Dragon. Yeah, still really well played on his part. So 2-1 right now, guys, and so far no 2.6 from Jack, so I'm actually surprised. But let's see. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I will definitely not repeat the Golem deck. I might actually end up going with this Ram Rider deck is really interesting, but I feel like against 2.6, like he will just be able to outcycle me, even though we do have a really cheap cycle. So I might actually end up going with this Ram Rider Mega Knight deck. Of course, Ram Rider is great against 2.6. I'm not sure, or not against, well, also against 2.6, but in Hawk Rider against Hawk Rider in general, just because Ram Rider actually completely yeah, counters it, like completely stuns it. So let's actually go with this deck, guys. Let's see if Jack decides to still not bring out 2.6. Like maybe he actually thinks that it will be too predictable. So I actually like the fact that in competitive, like Jack is also able to play different decks and not only like 2.6. So it looks like he gives us the thumbs up. So let's of course give him the thumbs up, and let's give him the good luck, or he gave us the good luck. So we start off with Poison, we have Inferno Dragon, we have Guards, and Mega Knight. So as you guys see, he does go with the skeletons in the back, guys. And as you guys probably, or you guys are also really thinking, 2.6. So let's actually go with Inferno Dragon. Let's see if he also goes with his... Okay, so there you go. There's the Hawk Rider, guys. Let's actually go with a Mega Knight. So finally, in the fourth game, almost actually getting swept. Like, we were actually 2-0. Like, he didn't use 2.6 at all yet. Jack is playing 2.6, guys. So let's actually go with minions over here. Looks like he goes with his Musketeer. Looks like he decides to go with a defensive Fireball. So the Ice Spirit will not be able to actually stop the Inferno Dragon. But the Musketeer, with the help of the distraction, like is able to counter the Mega Knight. And now the Musketeer will also be able to counter the Inferno Dragon. So insane defense on his part. Not taking a single damage. So let's actually go with a Bandit over here, guys. Looks like he actually does go with his Hawk Rider. So let's actually go with a Ram Rider. Let's see if the Ram Rider is able to stun it. Yeah, looks like it will be able to stun it. Hopefully the Bandit is actually able to dash onto the Musketeer. Looks like it will. And as you guys see, Ram Rider should be able to at least get a connection if he doesn't drop his cannon. So looks like he actually decides to go with his cannon. So as you guys see, Ram Rider is actually great defense against the Hawk Rider. So let's actually go with Inferno Dragon into the left side. I was actually thinking about switching lanes there, like going with Inferno Dragon in the right side. But I think it's actually good going into the same lane. Because with a Mega Knight, like we can always try to get a good counter push going. So I'll actually go with a Mega Knight at the bridge, just because we just had such an amazing defense. I feel like we should go with Mega Knight at the bridge right now. Let's go with a Poison as well. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment. Looks like he does go with his Hawk Rider. So actually a really good Hawk Rider on his part. Like we don't have anything in cycle right now. And we didn't even have the elixir. But look at the right side, guys. The Inferno Dragon was actually able to lock on. Let's actually go with a Bandit over here. Mega Knight was actually able to lock on, and the Inferno Dragon also did for a little bit. Looks like he actually decides to go with his cannon for the Bandit, but unfortunately for him, like it actually dropped a little bit too late. Like the Bandit already dashed onto the tower. So let's cycle Inferno Dragon. Right now I will definitely actually switch lanes, just because well, we already have so much damage. I will still go with a Mega Knight into the left side lane though, just because that is the lane where he's pushing with his Hawk Rider. Let's actually go with a Snowball over here. Let's see what he drops, guys. Let's actually go with a Ram Rider. And let's see. Looks like he actually decides to go with his Hawk. So let's actually go with Guards. Let's actually go with a Bandit for the cannon. Let's see what he drops. Looks like the Bandit is able to dash and will also be able to dash onto the Musketeer. Looks like it actually went for the other Musketeer. Let's actually go with a Mega Knight over here, guys. Hopefully that Musketeer will actually end up going down. Let's go with Mega Knight over here. Let's go with minions. Looks like that Musketeer actually is able to go down. Looks like he goes with his Hawk Rider. But as you guys see, Mega Knight is able to jump onto the tower. And right now we just need to defend the Hawk Rider, guys. Let's go with a Snowball. Let's go with Guards. But as you guys see, we will be able to defend the Hawk Rider. And we actually do manage to win the best of 5. So let's give him a good game. Let's give him the well played. And let's give him a thumbs up. So definitely a solid deck pick on my part. Like I definitely feel like I had the matchup over there. Just because for him it's really yeah, difficult to defend like the kind of like a bridge spam aspect with like the Bandit, with like the Mega Knight, with like the minions. It's actually really hard to defend that type of pushes. Like for 2.6, Looks like he says Miss Emort. I'm sorry. Well, no problem, Jack. No problem, Jack. Thank you so much for joining us. Anyways, guys, yeah, huge shout out to Jack, of course, for coming onto the channel, for doing this best of 5. As I mentioned earlier, like, I've been asking him for months, and finally he actually answered. So yeah, for sure, GG and well played. And let's also give him the goblin kissing emote. But anyways, guys, let's quickly go over the matches. So first match, I actually expected him to start off with 2.6, to be honest, just because he's so good with it. But as you see, like, we actually ended up facing like a mortar mining deck. Actually ended up yeah, pretty well, like 3-counting him. Then the second matchup, the Golem Lightning, like in the end was definitely really good. Like, he actually had an amazing defense, to be honest. Like, I feel like we actually had a pretty hard counter. He defended it so well, guys. And like at the end, like, I feel like if we didn't predict the Magic Archer with the Golem, like tanking with the Golem, he actually would have been able to win that matchup. Then the last matchup, like, or not the last one, then the third matchup, like, it was actually 2-0 for us. Could have been the last match, but he actually ended up winning. Super close match, 250 HP on his left side tower. And then this match, like, I actually expected him to go with 2.6. Well, I kind of expected it in all the matches, to be honest, but especially in this one. And then I actually ended up going with the Mega Knight Ram Rider. Ram Rider, of course, a great counter to Hawk Rider. And in general, like, Mega Knight minions and Inferno Dragon, pretty good against 2.6 in my opinion. It looks like he says, and I'm sorry, my playing noob. No, well, don't worry. Anyways, guys, this will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any like other suggestions who I should face in my next Pro vs Pro. Maybe sometime soon. Like, I can actually try to do it, for example, next week. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section now, down below. But anyways, guys, this will do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.